Hello once again, everyone. More new cards. It's new card time, baby. Genex this time. We're doing more dual terminal world duel, the stuff from the dual terminal world. We have now a look at the pack, by the way, in which we can see Lancia of the Ice Barrier, Infernoid Evil, this guy right here, I believe. Yeah, that's this guy right here. And then I think this might be a Gusto. This looks like a Gusto to me. Fourth unknown group. Ritual Beast Tamer Lara. Never mind, Ritual Beasts, I guess. Interesting. Could be Gusto still. Gusto like to take people. They've taken people from other places before. So yeah, those are the four groups that are getting support, I guess. Maybe there might be more support for some of the others, maybe. We might see a little bit of Worm or something. I don't know. Probably not a whole lot, though. These are the ones that are going to be the main focus of support and reprints, I think. But yeah, let's take a look at what we have. We have Genex. We're getting Genex support. Genex, one of the worst archetypes of all time, getting support. It's basically only ever been used to get that the water type one onto field for fun stuff involving her and the free special summon that she gives, but that's about it. So yeah, this guy looks like it's made out of Ally of Justice Cataster, which is interesting. Arms of Genex return 0. Requires a dark tuner and non-tuner, so that's Genex controller. Pretty decent stats. It's a machine, as all the Genex are, or all the main Genex are. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you manage one monster from your graveyard with the same attribute as that monster, but a different one than those banished to activate this effect of this card's name. What? Let me try that again. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, banish a monster from your graveyard with the same attribute as that monster, but a different one from those banished to activate this effect this turn. Oh, okay. So this is not a once per turn. It is a as many times per turn as you have attributes, assuming your opponent is playing said attribute. Okay, and there's 6 attributes of Genex cards. It is 6. Yeah, it's the four like elemental attributes, and then light and dark. So that's 6 negates, assuming your opponent is playing a deck that has more than just the one attribute. You know, there's no deck that's going to be playing all attributes, barring like a couple goblins, for instance. But like, yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting thing. It's just a generic negate. Once per turn, you can target up to 6 of your Genex monsters with different attributes that are banished or in your graveyard. Shuffle them in the deck, and you can destroy up to that many cards in the spell trap zone. That seems pretty good. Good luck making this guy, though. I don't know how you're making that. We got a Link one. That's a crazy. Repair Genex controller. This is the little guy that is broken in one of the arts of the cards. You can only special summon repair Genex controller once per turn. That's how they stop you from just linking off over and over again. Just any level 4 or lower Genex monster. That's interesting. If this card is link summon, you can add one Genex monster from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Once per turn, chain if a Genex monster is added to your hand except by drawing it. Okay, so that triggers that. You can immediately after this effect resolves normal summon one Genex monster, and you cannot special summon a monster from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except by synchro summoning using a Genex tuner as material. Ooh. That's an interesting lock. I like this kind of lock, actually, because it doesn't lock you out of the extra deck, but it does lock you into using the thing for the synchro summon. Like, you can still link off afterwards, but you got to do this one synchro summon, please. I like that. Real Genex Undine. This is the real one. The other ones were fake. This is the real Undine. Level 4 Water Aqua Effect monster. Once per turn, you can banish one Genex monster from your graveyard. This card gains that monster's attribute. Then, if you banish a tuner to activate this effect, you can treat this card as a tuner until the end of this turn. Okay, interesting. If you control a Genex synchro, so that lets you. You could like banish controller to make her a tuner, and dark to satisfy the effect the requirements of this guy, which makes him a little easier to summon, but he's a level 10, so I don't know. If you control a Genex synchro monster, you can target 2 Genex monsters in your graveyard, including this card, add them to your hand, and banish any cards into your graveyard for the rest of this turn. Ooh. Okay, so this lets you recycle 2 Genex monsters back to hand, but then it macrocosmoses you for the rest of the turn? I don't know about that. Real Genex Turing. You can only use the first effect of this card. That's it. Oh boy. This better be a good one. It's a Dark Spellcaster Tuner. Spellcaster. That's interesting. During the opponent's main phase, I don't remember a Turing, but I don't know the Genex cards very well because they're not very good. During your opponent's main phase, you control a Genex monster, quick effect, you special summon this card from your hand, and then immediately after this effect resolves, you can secret summon 1 Genex synchro monster. Well, that's pretty good. Does this have an on summon effect? No. Okay. I assume maybe one of the other ones does. If this card when the field was used as a synchro summon for a Genex monster, it can be treated as a level 1 or 3 monster. Damn. Okay, it looks like, based on the fact that they're saying this about its name, I feel like this is a new one. Turing is not an original part. He's carrying one of the ones I recognize. I recognize the one he's carrying, but I don't recognize this guy. But yeah, this one is interesting. The level modulation is potentially good. Although it requires you to be summoning Genex synchros, and this is the first good Genex synchro I've read. I don't know. Maybe some of them are okay. Yeah, I don't know about this. I think you need a lot more than 4 cards to fix Genex. The Link monster is really good. The Synchro monster seems like a pretty decent boss monster. Genex Turing is pretty good. This one is... I don't know why you would play this one. Well, I guess banished ones can also be used for this effect, at least, so that's good. The second effect of return 0. Is that a quick effect? No. The only quick effect is the negate, and you only get 1 negate per attribute. This is not enough. Not even close. I don't know what you would need to make Genex playable, but this is not enough. Like, there's some pretty decent Genex cards, especially like, you know, Genex Ally Birdman. Genex Ally Birdman is a pretty damn good card, but and that's limited. And honestly, none of this really helps Genex Ally Birdman do its stuff, and none of it helps do anything. I don't see the vision. I just don't see the vision here. Like, what does this actually solve for the deck? What is the primary problem of the deck? The primary problem of the deck is that it's really slow. What does this do to repair that, or to fix that? Well, repair does actually do something to repair that. Turing kinda does. Undyne doesn't really, and the boss monster doesn't. But you do need to make the boss monster too, because none of the other Genex synchros are really worth making very much. So you need to give them a new boss monster too, because the thing is, the Genex deck is broken on not broken isn't good, broken isn't bad, on so many different axes that you're trying to solve one, you're trying to fix one, and the other ones are still broken, and then you like get in the car to you're trying to fix a car, you're working on the engine, but like the fucking carburetor is busted too, and the exhaust pipe is like twisted in knots, and the wheels are gone. They're just not there. They were stolen while you were fixing the engine. And so now you're stuck with investing time and money into this engine in a car that's never going to go, because by the time you fix the engine and gotten in the car to drive, there's still everything else broken. And then you come out and you go and fix the tires, and by the time you fix the tires, the engine's broken again already. Because by the time we get another wave of support for Genex, this wave of support will be outdated. I just... Why? Why make this? Why make this when you could be making worm support? Worms have like cool cards that are like playable. W Nebula Meteorite is one of the craziest cards ever created. Like what about like I was about to say Ally of Justice, but Ally of Justice is in the same position. They only have one good card, and it's not been good for like years, decades now. Ally of Justice Catastrophe just doesn't cut it anymore. Gusto would be cool, I guess. There's some good cards in Gusto. They have some pretty cool stuff. Pilica is a really good card. I guess they are doing Ritual Beast. I hate to say it, but Ice Barrier really feels like a better deck to play than Genex and to give support to. Like that Ice Barrier support feels like it could potentially make Ice Barrier playable. Not good, not rogue, playable. This, I don't even know if it makes Genex playable enough. Like actually playable. This is insane. I feel like this is like purely an excuse to this dual terminal set is purely an excuse to line Golden Nova's pockets. And I say more power to them, but I ain't buying these cards. I'll maybe get the Infernoid cards. Those ones are really good, and the Ice Barrier cards are pretty good too. But these ones, no, stinky, ew. All right, tell me what you think of them, and I'll see you next time. Hey there, thanks for watching another video. Why don't you give it a like, share it around, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. You know, the YouTube stuff. You can also follow me on Twitch and Twitter for more content. I got content plenty for ya. You can also support the channel by giving me money. You have a Patreon. If you join the Patreon, you can show up in the credits over here. I would really appreciate that. You could also use my TCG Player affiliate link to get any singles, sealed product, or accessories you want, all to supporting the channel at the same time. That's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and have a wonderful rest of whatever time it is for you. Bye now!